don't see the rules as scars because they're internalized. They think I'm less and think that everything will great. They just see the end results and think I'm alright because I always smile. But they ain't seen the grind. I work so hard that overtime is just normal time. When you lose it all and then still lose again, it builds a different kind of fight inside. It builds a different kind of drive, different kind of fight, different kind of fire, different kind of desire, a different kind of life. But I'm blessed because I can't fight. I wasn't handed nothing. My hand shows you I ain't bluffing. I'm like the time you can't stop me for nothing. It's a marathon and I just keep on running out. All the days when all the things went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a failure. I'm blessed because I can't fight for life. Trying to take my mind. I'll let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I can't fight. That's my blessing. Not that I've had in my dreams, but that I had enough fight in me, that I had enough belief in me to go after my dream, that I had the courage to push through the pain, to rise through the darkness, and to tell my story on the other side. My story, my blessing. So all the days when other things went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights, I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior. I'm blessed because I can't fight for life. Try to take my mind. I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I can't fight.
All right, guys, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is go over with you a few things today and also what's coming up. Also, another thing is that if you can go ahead and, like I said, we have, I'm at a particular place here in the office here that we're trying to get it together, and you're probably going to hear a little music in the background, not me, but it's just, we're getting vamped up, ready to go out of the house into the office. And so you might hear little things in the background. You have the dogs here at the office, of course, but they won't be here very much longer at the office. But anyways, as we go on, you'll begin to see different things that go on. So with that said, and further ado to you folks, I'd just like to go ahead and say hi, good afternoon, and good evening. It's a pretty warm one out here. I can see. And also another thing, some of you live in a different part of the country where it's warm as well. All right. One thing I want to say to you folks is that corporate credit blueprints, a couple of things we want to talk about. Those of you, again, that you've, I said last week at corporate credit, that info at corporate credit blueprints, corporate credit blueprints, at info at corporatecreditblueprints.com. Info at corporatecreditblueprints.com. If you know what kind of program you want to do, what you're looking to do to get started in the business, we ask you to email us, and then we'll give you a call. And this way we know what to talk to you about. And here's one thing: it's like taking you to a car dealership at a Mercedes-Benz or Rolls-Royce or a Maserati, a Diablo car, and saying, hey, okay, let's get in this car and let's see if you get qualified, but you know you're not. That is kind of rude. You have to build up to get to that point if you wish. So that's why you want to know what you're looking for so we can go ahead and talk to you. And what you're looking for inside of whatever your price range is. See, these are the things that then you can build up to those things. So one thing I want to let you know, whatever you're looking for, then we're going to talk to you in that particular level. Nothing wrong with that. Also, another thing is that there's nothing wrong with starting off with, maybe I don't know, a nice, I don't know, what do you call it? Nice Cadillac? I mean, I don't know, nice truck. How about a Ford Raptor or something like that? All right, nothing wrong with those things. So I just want to let you know that wherever you want to start, just email us. Email us at corporatecreditblueprints.com. Info at corporatecreditblueprints.com. Tell us what you're looking for. Not that you're looking to get started. We know that you want to get started, but why don't you go ahead and tell us what you want to get started with? Well, I want to get my feet wet. I just need to do it slow. All right, so that's how you like to do it. That's not a problem. Some people say, I want to run fast, and I'm looking to go ahead. When they say get your best course, that doesn't tell me anything. You get specific of what you really, really want. See, this is one thing that again, in the millionaires power trade lines and the power trade line course, and also the mastermind arena that they have, the people on the power trade line and the millionaires in the making trade line course, is that these things that we talk about, the more you want, is everybody wants everything. But when you start getting specific of what you're up to, see, forget about what you want. I mean, what you want, if you sit down and be straight honest with yourself and look in the mirror and keep your eyes open and look yourself in the eye and tell yourself, hey, I've always been asking for what I want and I'm still wanting it. Why? Because you have no action behind it, or you're going into the someday. There is no someday. Who knows? I mean, this whole program can end right now and we're finished with it. You hang up and all of a sudden your demise shows up and you're gone. See, these are the things that you bank on you have tomorrow. That is the foolish fool's man way to live. You can plan and kind of organize for tomorrow, but you're not guaranteed tomorrow. But it doesn't mean be foolish about today, and also about being foolish about your dreams. You can still dream, still plan, but also know your actions that you do today is going to take you to the plans you're looking for tomorrow. See, none of us are guaranteed anything. Anything can fall out of the sky and just whack you. You can be a good driver, and all of a sudden you get some other driver that doesn't care how he drives or how she drives, and then bam. See, you just don't know. But one thing about building, see, this is the stuff we get into. It's not, I mean, building business credit is just, it's like building your personal credit once you understand it. All right, so you get $100,000. What are you going to do? How are you going to spend it? How are you going to make it? How are you going to get the return? Are you going to get a return? Or what are you hoping when you do with it? See, there's two types of hope. And there's the hope that a lot of people hope, which means if you hold your breath and hope you don't turn blue, you might just make it in life. And even if you don't do anything, your life's going to be okay anyways. So there's nothing wrong with the life you're living. And at the same time, wouldn't you want to put a little petrol in that life of yours, so you know that you actually have absolute assurance that because you've done the work? Those who've gone to college, I know I say this a lot. You've gone to college, you proved you can answer questions, you prove you can go ahead and do your paperwork, you prove you can show up almost on time all the time. You proved also to the teacher that you're willing to listen and follow their instructions, and you're not going to go outside of the box. You're going to stay in the box to prove that you're a good person and you're a good student, and now they're going to like you. I mean, being liked is overrated. Being liked is the most cheapest way to live. Do you really think anybody that says they like you 2 hours later, you think they're even thinking about you? They're on to something else. I've been generous 2 hours later. I'm talking maybe 2 seconds later. See, at Corporate Credit Blueprints, we take everything you can linguistically to take it out of, so you begin to look at how you really live your life. Some of you are like in your 50s, going all the way up to your, whatever it is, maybe you're 180, I don't know. Some of you have the same conversations you had when you were in junior high. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that you've gotten in life where you've gotten and everything else, but when's the last time you really updated your computer? When's the last time you updated your computer? And that means sometimes you're going to possibly look at and look at yourself, and also it's kind of nerve-wracking when you look at yourself, because all of a sudden you begin to realize, and if you really have the authenticity with yourself, you realize the emperor is naked. And everybody already knows they're naked except you. Because you live in this illusion world that people like you. Nobody likes you. You want evidence of that? Look around you today and how many people tell you they like you, but what do they do to produce and show you the evidence of liking you? By a nice word? Those are just words, by the way. We talked about this last week. The reason I'm talking about it now is because we're going to get into some areas as we go on in building your business credit. You've got to realize they're just words. When someone says something goofy, it's just words. Yeah, we're human beings. I get it. Sometimes you're going to get plugged. I mean, I do too. Don't get me wrong. And I realize, oh my God, it's just words. What am I getting plugged for? Because that's a piece of your area in your life that you don't have cleaned up. And the reason why you get plugged by the other person, they're there to go ahead and plug you in to clean you up. And they don't even know it. And when you don't respond, then they get mad. So you're doing a good job by not responding. So if you don't respond, that means you're doing your job. That means it doesn't mean anything to you. Who cares? Anyone can say, I love you. People say, I love my dog. I'm no dog when I want to be loved. I want the experience of love from the person's action. And a lot of people don't even have the clue of the existential courage it takes to be vulnerable and love someone and be willing to get slammed and hurt, because that's your measurement of the love that you had. It doesn't mean you give up anything. But in order for you to actually get clear about where you're going, is that you've got to begin to experience those things. Now, in corporate credit, you say, well, how does this all come together with corporate credit or business credit? A whole lot. Because a lot of you want to join a program because you think it's going to do something for you. It's not going to do anything for you. Nothing. Zero. Nada. Zip. Big fat O. And you say, what do you mean? If you're looking to feel better, it's not going to last. You're looking to go ahead and say, I'm somebody, you already are somebody. It's not going to make you be somebody. Your corporate credit will be an extension of your thought patterns. It's a reflection of your inner self, of what you can actually see and be up to. If you get to $50,000 and you stop, that's the balance you have inside your emotional checking account about how you respond to money. Even if you're building it, people have a limit. I remember when I reached mine. My first time reaching my limit, when I first did it, was like $175,000, and I started sweating. I'm talking cold sweat. I'm going, what's wrong with me? Wow, what's wrong with me? Because I never had that kind of money. And even though you say, well, it's not yours, you want to bet? It's a corporation. So the corporation is charging me to make appropriate choices, not the right choices. I said appropriate. Y'all too busy trying to make a right choice with your personal credit, and you blow it because you make the right choice. You do your personal credit with emotions. Now, let me tell you, I know no one really, no, when I say no one, I know the doctors and someone that really they've done a lot of deep work inside of this knows emotions is nothing but a chemical response from your brain that creates all the endorphins to have you feel, ah, la, 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 la. In fact, it's even better than taking drugs. So with that said, emotion is nothing but a chemical response, and then you live off it. Some people live off chaos. That's an emotional response. The chaos produces this chemical response. So you're so used to it, you don't even know how to act in life when there's nothing to do. So you have to create some nonsense that you think it's appropriate when actually you look like a bird head. All I want to say is this. Even in corporate building business credit, it takes something for a human being to get out of their own way to have what they're looking for. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, okay, great. Hey, the ones that you hear on the YouTube, I laugh. Why? All right. If I brought 10 people on right now and say, hey, put a face with it and the comments with it, let's say they're real, but let's say, okay, this also got $230,000. Nothing wrong with that, because tonight I'm going to show you that. But let me ask you, After so many times, wouldn't you want to know and have them show you? You notice nobody shows you. You're going to start seeing here the next 90 days. I'm going to have the people start showing you what they've got because it's real. And the only reason why is not because I have to prove anything to you, but I want to call out the other guys and say their clients have this, so we can say we're putting up. What about you? And there's a way to verify it. I'm going to take it to the next level. So everybody, I don't care if you just got $6,000. You can show you got a $6,000 card from wherever. Doesn't matter. $6,000 is $6,000. I don't care if you got $6,000 in pencils. It's still $6,000 in business credit that produces something for you. So one of the reasons I'm starting out today in this is because this is, like I said, a class. This is the stuff that we get into deeper as you go on. Now, in the beginning, some of you that started at whatever level you start at, there's things that you're gonna be assigned to do and complete by a certain time, and you're gonna find out how much you let life get in your way. I have life too, believe me. Trust me, I have life. Also, like I said, being a consultant with another company and stuff, there's a lot of things I have to do, yet alone do the stuff with you folks and also the team that supports me in doing the other stuff and also the real estate stuff. I'm telling you, it is a ball. It's a juggling. And some people call and I can't get back to them in time. The time I want to call them, it's a little too late. It's like 10 o'clock their time. So there's things that I put in and some things get out. But the team will give you assignments to follow through on. And like the power trade team now, the new ones, they're coming in and they're doing their stuff and they forget things and we have to go check. And I mean, now I say how hard it is. How hard is it to go ahead and get your 411 listed? How hard is it? Like, really, how hard is it? And simply how it's easy. Okay, cool. Then we give you the instructions. Go list yourself. Where do you go? Now we'll tell you where to go, but what happens, you guys, when you do some of this stuff, is that, and I'm laughing because I did the same thing, so there's no difference. But the thing is like you really don't follow directions, and that's where it's going to hurt. See, this is what I'm saying about Bezel. You don't think Bezel had to follow directions before he started giving directions? Bezel just didn't make the money overnight. He went through a process. See, again, I've dropped you diamonds, golden nuggets. How many have even gone online to read about his bio? Like, really? See, if you really want to learn how to build corporate credit, you've got to get into a book that a person started from the ground just like you. All right, go to Walmart, go to Sam. Go to Sam over Walmart. Costco. Steve Jobs, he started right there out of a garage, hustling. Him and Watzkevy or whatever his name is. Started in a garage. And they were putting pieces together, shoestring budget. I think beyond a shoestring budget. Then everything I'm saying is, you can go look it up. But see, if you're not willing to go ahead and even read about them to see where they started, all you see is where they ended. See, it's just like even some things in the world when you even read the Bible. It tells you the beginning and it tells you the end, but it never gives you the middle. The middle is all the experience. The middle is the growth. Building your business credit is in the same process. I can give you the beginning and I can tell you the end, but I cannot give you the experience to get to the end in a way and in a fashion that you know when anything comes up, you come up against in life, in the business world, you'll know what to do so you don't panic. People that panic are people that aren't really prepared for life itself. And that's kind of like a harsh statement, but think about it. There's a lot of people in the world, they go to work every day and they work hard, whatever work it might be. They live in this life, they come home. I worked at this place, for 15, 20, 17, 18, 20 years, and the same thing over and over and over. Their life is so predictable, they get mad when you throw a wrench into it. So they have to kind of, you wake them up. Then they begin to feel alive, and it scares them because now they feel alive and they don't know what to do with the feelings of being alive. This is what business credit does for you. It'll wake you up. It'll begin to have you dream again. Then all of a sudden people, I'm going to tell you, I get people that call me, hey, you know what? I'm starting to dream about this, man. And I'm 50 years old. I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Who says? Show me the book where it says your name is Joe Hopendorfer, and you can't do anything at 50 anymore. Game done. There's no book with your name on it that says that. You're the one that's either going to spit out your demise or spit out your future. You can listen to all the motivational stuff you want to listen to, rah, rah, yeah, ho, ho, hee-haw. But it comes down to the bottom line. Are you going to take the action to be, do, have? Now, out of those three things, I just dropped you a golden nugget, and I bet you didn't get it. Be, do, have. Think about that. Be, do, have. First, you got to be it. And what does that mean? Those you come into the program, that's one of the first things we're going to talk to you about. What are you going to be? What are you going to do? And what are you going to have? Oh, and then you come up with something really slick. Oh, I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to go ahead and be this, and I'm going to go ahead and have this. And we laugh. Now we're laughing at you because we want when we laugh at times, it's because we've been through that, we went through it, and we know, and we have the empathy. The empathy knowing that you never, how many of you been exposed to this? Like really? What business company talks about? They're always talking about, here's the thing. You want to know how we really care? Because we're talking about how you can actually break through and have a breakthrough in what you're up to. And I don't mean just a change. Change is just more, better, different. That's what a lot of your people out there talk about. You change this, you're going to change that. No. Once a spotted leopard is a spotted leopard. If you paint it all black, it's still spotted under the paint. We're talking about transforming the way you're going to look at your whole life so you never have to go back to the change. It takes existential courage for somebody to admit that their life is just ho-hum. I don't care if you go to Disneyland and go on a roller coaster, eventually your life becomes ho-hum to the roller coaster. It's like, oh, well, it's 60 feet high. It goes down 180 miles an hour. And okay. I mean, that's what life does. This is the reason why in building business credit, what's your first task? Your first task is getting your business established, getting your tax ID established, getting your 401 your phone number established, getting your checking account, getting your Dun and Brad, getting your business experience. All right, and then picking your 5 vendors you're going to go to. They're going to report to these vendors that you would like them to report to Dun and Brad business experience. Now and for you to understand and know, you're going to need five. Can't see my hands. Let's go this way. 5 payment experiences in a month to get your Dun and Brad. 5 payment experiences in a month, in the same month, to get your experiences. That's why we say it takes 90 days to 120 days, because you finally beginning to listen to what we say. You start now you're doing your right stuff at the right time. You make your payments on time. Now it reports your score. But if you did it right from the beginning, when we tell you, you need 5 payment experiences, not 5 payments. You need payment experiences, which means now you order from all 5. And there's something else we give you to go ahead and do, because everything we give you is because we're taking you someplace down the road. Everything and every instruction we give you is because we're taking you somewhere down the road, where a lot of people that do the business credit, okay, great, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll get you $350,000, $250,000, which I'm going to say it like this part. For me, when we start showing how much they've gotten, and the team's having a challenge about this part because they don't want to give away some of the places where we go to. And not everybody goes there. I understand that. And I know who goes there, and it's the elite inside of the elite, if you want to say. And a lot of people don't realize, I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to mention which one. You can do your own digging if you wish. But insurance companies are a very great place for certain kind of lines. I'm not going to say what kind of lines. But here's the thing: is we do a lot. We don't deal a lot with the banks. What do you want to deal with banks for? Banks just want your DNA, your first child, and if you're going to have a second one, they want the second one put on a notice. I mean, that's all crazy stuff. We're not doing all that. So, but at the same time, we at Corporate Credit Blueprints and the team, we want to educate you. So as you go on, as you begin to speak to this, because there's a whole nother language. Linguistically, there's a whole nother language inside of building business credit. The simple one, everyone can call Crown Office Supply and say, I'd like to go ahead and apply or apply online. Anyone could call Quell, anyone could call Granger. All right, it's the same. What's your business name? What's your DUNS number, whatever, tax ID, what's the address, phone number, give a website, all that stuff. Anyone can do that. That's fine. But when you start getting up to the 200, even the 150, $300,000, $450,000 with no collateral, no personal guarantee, there's a language they speak, and there's a language you speak back. Now, a lot of people always say, oh, well, that doesn't really matter. Really? That's why a lot of them do the work. That's why a lot of them do the work and go get the credit for you. They still have the same question. Someone right now said, you know what? You give me $110 and I'll get you $1 million worth of credit in 30 days. You're going to fly like crazy, get the 110. You go ahead and sell your underwear to get that 110 bucks. So then once you get the $1 million, what are you going to do with it? Do you have a plan in place? Has it been critiqued? Do you have the people in place you're going to get started? One-man show won't do it. You're going to hire after the fact? Have you already investigated who you're going to hire, what you're going to hire, what you're looking for? Well, I'm just going to do T-shirts. You're still going to have to go to a printing company. How do you know you're getting the best printing price? My wife's a real good example. I'll just buy anything at whatever price it is. No. I can find it better. I'm like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Yes, it does. And she just loves to do that. She's dogmatic about it. I mean, it's like, man. But you know what? She's great at it. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to hassle with it. We know what it is. But then that's because that's the lifestyle I lived from. Now, did I once live from that? No. Way back when I told some of my story. But as I gone in life, I realized sometimes it's just easier to go ahead and do it this way than spend, time looking for it. And, bless her soul, she does find about 99.9% of the things. So she's pretty good at it. And she kind of knows where to go. So she's developed that knack. And she gets the label brands, not like brand B. She gets brand AA and sometimes quadruple A for sometimes not the full price, not even half price, like a quarter of the price of the original price. So everybody has a talent in life. I learned some areas where to go ahead and tell, hey, can you find this? And then she'll go, just give me the attitude a little bit. Yes. And then she'll go find it. Because I already know. But see, these are the things when you get $1 million, what are you going to do with it? Some of you, I'm going to tell you straight up, you end up losing it. Then what are you going to do when you lose it? You're going to panic. Because did they have you set it up right? Because people tell you, oh, it's under a business name, don't worry about it. That's the biggest lie on the planet. If you're not set up right and you don't have the right paperwork done beforehand, you will eat it. You will eat it and you will bring the pain home like you never saw before. It is with a vengeance and it will not have mercy on you. Hey, but go to the other guys. Here, we'll get you the money. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you hear that all the time in New Jersey. Don't worry about it. Someone says, don't worry about it. I get nervous. Why? Because why should I have a concern? This is the reason why I tell you, I'm not here to be your attorney. I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm not here to be your CPA or your whatever it is, associate. I'm just telling you the stuff that we do that works, and we're still doing to this day that works, and what we got, what we've gotten from our attorneys. That's it. It's your job to go look if you wish. And a lot of you don't understand. Now, some attorneys are, they're truthful, if you want to say, to an extent. Some are just flat out just lie, and some are just kind of like hum around and and that's everyone in life, just personalities. But someone tell you straight up, you know what? If you're going to do this. And if they're going to tell you the truth, there's now, like I said, that the attorneys out there, they're beginning to understand more about the LLC. It's a limited liability company, not a corporation, not a corporation. So one of the things I want to let you know is that, how do you put it? This is what we do to design your whole thing from the beginning. That's why a lot of stuff that we do is instructional. All right, cool. Here's the 5 things you're going to do between now and now. There's a time frame. Because let me ask you, when you're in business for yourself, let me back up. I don't want to go give it away too quick. When you get into business by yourself, you're starting a business. See, you think you're the boss. I'm the boss now. Really? You begin to realize when you were a worker, you say, well, it was a lot easier. I make more money if I was the boss. Okay, really? Now you're going to have payroll you got to go ahead and meet before you meet your payroll for yourself. You got bills and payroll. That's it. That means you want to keep the phones on, the computers on, the electricity on, the water, and you want to keep your employees, because you're a bookkeeper. If you have an in-house bookkeeper, I say in the beginning, don't have an in-house bookkeeper, because the bookkeeper is the one that will go ahead and destroy your business, because they know how much money you have in the bank, and they know if you can handle the payments or not. Oh my God, I don't know, we're going to make payroll this week. I'm telling you, they're human beings, are going to talk. You heard me. Now, who do you think as a business owner you're really working for? You're working for the people to generate what needs to be done. You're working for the people that actually you're going to be coaching in doing what you need to do for the business, but you're still working for them because you've got to pay them. They're not working for you. They're performing something for you so you can generate something. So eventually you can end up being like a Bezos, a Walmart, an Apple, Google, Yahoo. Even think of $100 million company. So you really are not, when you become the owner or the founder, which I don't really like owner, because the thing is, you never want to be an owner. With us, you're never going to be an owner. You're going to be a founder, but you're never going to be an owner. Why? The owner's the one that gets shot at. And there's a way to do that appropriately, like your big people do. Now, with that reality setting in, and it's not trying to scare you, I'm just giving you a taste of the real life world that a lot of people don't tell you about. And they're not willing to tell you, because if they did, some of you might not want to do it. See, at Corporate Credit Blueprints, we put the customer at the center of everything that we do. Every move we make, even if we don't call you right away, you're still at the center saying, you know what? We've got to complete this call. Even if they don't want to do business with us anymore, that's perfectly fine. Just call them anyways. It's okay. But you're going to find out, as those of you are still coming on a regular basis, everything the same as yesterday, same today, and same as tomorrow. The foundation is, because our foundation is wide, deep, and strong. So you can build a wide and deep, strong business credit. I'm not talking surface stuff. I'm not talking what everyone else does. A lot of you go ahead and YouTube everything out there. Email, Google, even go on the black market. A lot of you think I'm kidding. Even go on the black market. You're going to find out it's always about pushing the beginning. Here, we get you 350,000 bucks. And there's nothing wrong with you paying the price you pay. For 350,000 bucks, you're going to pay a reasonable fee, and you'll get your 350 bucks, $350,000. Now, the thing is this: what are they teaching you? What are they teaching when the storm comes? See, here's one thing at corporate credit: what we do. We have the best interests in you. Our best interest is your interest. See, we're still building and always growing. We're not like stagnant. But we know by us growing now that as you come on, the basic stuff we know works. It works with everybody. Everybody can start everybody everywhere. Here's the 5 things to get business credit. Here's 7 places, all over the place. Of all of us, all the ones that call themselves the corporate credit or business credit, whatever they call themselves, if we all got in the same room, we'd all have the same basic strategies. Then each one has a different talent in some way to some other area. But one thing they don't teach you is how to protect yourself, because some of you are going to be a company to be reckoned with. You are going to be a company to be reckoned with. Why? Because some of you are going to be that way. No one ever planned on Apple to be reckoned with until after they got what everything's went on. Same thing with Bezos. Same thing with Walmart. They started all like, mom and pop. Even some people that do home-based business stuff, they take months and months and say they got the best product coming out. And here's the thing. Any product you come up with today is already outdated tomorrow. And a lot of you know what I mean if you're in the computer industry. Whatever they come up, whatever advertised today, the new model TRS 52,000 telephone, it's already outdated. The minute they even advertise it, it's outdated because they're already working on something else. It's already done. It's over with. That's why we lead our industry in the creation of high quality, safe, and sustainable business credit. So even when poop hits the fan, you're not going to panic because you go, okay, even when you lose, you will win. And what does that mean? I don't know what it means. I'll tell you Sunday. I might just start having pop-up quiz. So if you haven't signed up or registered, or I don't know what they're really doing on YouTube, but if you haven't punched the button or whatever it is, do that, because I'm going to start now coming out during the week with stuff, maybe 10 minutes at the most, just little tidbits for you. And those of you who have business credit, guys, let me put my chapstick on. Those of you who have already business credit already, I mean, aren't you tired of really just going one way and not doing the other? What about the businesses that you have? How would you like to really get them solidified? Call us, and call us, put it this way. This is what I've told people before that call us. Sometimes they see YouTube's later and they'll end up calling us. Or if I go, I have people that actually call for us to schedule appointments. So if I go into a business, I'll go ahead and talk to them. And one thing they'll say, well, how do I know you're any good? I say, great. Let me see if I can find holes in your business, and I'll show you. And then you can call your attorney and ask him, is this a hole? Then if it is, then I'm serious. You can ask your attorney, why am I paying you for then? No, don't get me wrong, you should pay your attorney, but they don't have eyes in the business because this is not their expertise. This is not their expertise. That's why you don't see hardly if you're going to see hardly any attorney, I think it's like 0.001% that will help build business credit even and to a certain point, because that's not their forte. And one thing about it, I get out there's a lot of people that are mean, and they tell you one thing and all of a sudden you call them and they're not around. So I just want to let you know again, the creation of high quality and safe and sustainable business credit is that really what you're looking for? You're looking I'm just going to get my cash credit and hope for the best. Oh, I have a plan. Do you really? What's the plan for if something happens? Well, nothing's going to happen. Then that's a person that doesn't have foresight. In the perfect world, it will not happen. In the real world, it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is, and it's okay. But a lot of people don't know how to dance in that. They panic. They don't have the mental wherewithal to go, oh, you know what? Okay, this is what my coach told me before. I'm going to call him up. Hey, I have this going on. All right, we'll talk to you about it. Cool. Well, this is how we can fix that. Do this, do that. Let's go. It's just like it says here, connecting the dots. And remember, a corporation is a legal person. Just remember that. The corporation is a legal person. Another thing is we take your ideas that you tell us and we go over it with you to see, okay, we look for the holes and tell you, so you get a little pissy because when you create something, you don't want to find the holes. Because I did it, it has to be perfect. And you're right, it is perfect. But now let's find out, just in case that, guess what? If somebody, looks for a pigeonhole on you. Oh, we never thought of this way. I never thought of that. That's perfectly fine. That's why we're here. Not to say it's bad, just fix the pigeonhole. Fix the hole. That's it. Or sometimes you might even tweak it where it's like even 10 times better. It's just better to voice it. Now, it's just like this. It's this year sometime, all of you will be in a live course with us. You'll be in a room like this with your feet on the chair, on the floor like this. And we'll be learning. The hands-on is the best way, because what happens now, you're going to see what I do when I call lenders. And I don't do anything different. Some of you are going to come in with the company that you might have, and you're having a problem. I did the phone call you said. I did this and I did that. Not a problem. We have a nice phone system. Well, that's probably better now. But now we have a nice phone system where I can call. And this is one thing that we do. You're going to have to turn all your cell phones off when I make a call. All of them. Not what do you call it? Not muffled, not whatever it is. I want your eyeballs and ears on your paper taking notes. Plus, another thing what we do is we have a jammer anyways, we'll just jam the signal. So, because the thing is, I want you to hear the conversation. 20 minutes of you not having a live phone is not going to kill you, all right? Because I'll go the whole seminar not even looking at my phone, because my importance is delivering what's going to make a difference in your life. And the team will be delivering what makes a difference in their life. In fact, the team does not even have a cell phone on them. When they go on the break, they can, or if it comes up to a time for business stuff, they'll have it on them. But during the whole thing, they won't have it on them. So, all right, there we go here. Now, like I told you, you're going to start seeing pretty soon how people get their financing, what they do, how they got it, explain how they got it, and why they no personal guarantee. Some places, they will do let me tell you this, some places will do a soft pull, but no hard pull, and that's it. But with no personal guarantee. They're checking your background to make sure that you're not trying to, they've gotten smart, okay? They're trying to see, how bad your credit is. Are you in bankruptcy and you're trying to get yourself out of it? And if you do, so this is one of the reasons some places, not all, the ones with the bigger money, they do. The small ones like this, they won't do that. But we know where to go. And this is what it'll be like when you're back in the office again. Somebody be visiting. Somebody coming on the office in course and on course online with us live. Also, we'll have you in the back area seeing how we're working on all the files just like this. But we're getting everything done and everything's organized, believe me. And you'll have you'll see them working. So with that said, I want to say corporatecredit-blueprints.com, corporatecredit-blueprints.com, or go to info@corporatecreditblueprints.com. Look it. Anywhere you go, you're gonna pay for your tuition no matter where you go in life. If it's free in life, that's what you're gonna get. Now, here you're gonna go to a college. You're gonna get college experience of what business is. If you have any business experience, I don't care if you went to Georgetown, Yale, Princeton, Harvard, USC, UCLA. I'm willing to tell you, I'm willing to put up any of my best students against your knowledge from college versus their experience, because they can actually tell you how to set up a company and what needs to be done in the management arena because they've been through the experience of it. A lot of you that went to college, you learned the right answers. Nothing wrong with that. You learn to go ahead and please everybody. And now in the world, that doesn't work when you're building your business credit, because you're not here to please nobody but you. And on top of that, you're here to answer your questions for you, not us. We're going to give you a map. You follow the map and you do it. You're going to find out sometimes having the right answer is not the answer. It's the buffet of answers that you have that comes with the answer. And this is what gives you a lot of power and strength, realizing, wait a minute, in the business world, there's not just one answer. Yes, here's this one document. But like, for instance, let's use blueprints. On a demolition blueprint, there's one blueprint for the demolition. But do you think that's the answer to the demolition? No, there's more behind it that you don't see. Not only do you have to understand the demolition, there's got to be in communication with the GC or general contractor and say, my plans have this or your plans have this. Then you got to look at the finishing plans of it to see, okay, great, what it looks like after the whole building is done, to make sure you demoed the right things, or does it need to be demoed? Did someone make a mistake? Then there's a thing called a change order. The change order inside the arena makes a difference, because now they have to make a change order because guess what? They missed it. The GC and the engineers missed the drawing, so now they need to add it. So now you got to go, okay, great, we need you to do this. And the change order is adding a cost. Here's how much it's going to cost extra to do this for you. It's the same thing in life in building your business credit. When you make a mistake, it's perfectly cool. We just have to do it and not go another way, another route. Nothing wrong with that. We have people that have paid good money and just quit because they want to do it their way. No, I don't want to go and get that. I don't need it. I don't care what you don't need. That's how it works. You know, unless you want to go to another program, then pretty much you can have it the way you want, about 90% of it. But the thing is, you still have to do 10% of that work, and that work is making certain things get done. So now, anyways, I just want to say thank you very much, folks. It's been exciting to be with you. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm juiced up. I can't even tell you. I'm so juiced up, because I'm going to tell you, no matter what in this business, when you build your business credit, this is the only business the money you put in is the money you're going to get back out, 10 times that amount. But the thing is, are you willing to take the chance on yourself? Because you're the main investment, not us. You're not investing in us. You're investing in yourself. And this is where we get to pull the curtain back and we get to see who the Wizard of Oz really is. So good night, folks. We're looking forward to speaking with you again. If you have any idea what program you want to do, tell us what you want to do. Don't say, well, I don't know what you have. No, tell us what you want. What are you up to? Be specific. The more, well, I'm looking to go ahead and do this. Great. We'll call you up and say, hey, you know what? You call us and we want to set a time to call you to go over this, and this. Okay, great. It's going to take maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So plan that time. That's it. End of story. That's how simple it is. Not that hard. And then the rest will be up to you, not us. All right. Thank you. Have a great evening.